What's up, guys? We are in the fastest growing zip code in San Antonio, probably Texas as well, checking out some new construction homes. We have 3 builders for you today in Davis Ranch on the far northwest side of San Antonio. They have great schools, pretty good tax rate, and they have some awesome floor plans, but we'll get into all that good stuff here in a little bit. Let's check out the first home or the first model, Coventry. Walk with me. All right, guys, so as we walk into this home, this is gonna be with Coventry Homes. As like every model, they do have the sales rep office right here. So this is typically where the garages would be, but right across from that is gonna be a bedroom and bathroom. This space would probably be pretty good for maybe a mother-in-law or an older kid, right? It's on the first floor, right next to the front door. And it's not kind of its own bath, but it's right next to the bathroom, which gives it kind of that private feel almost. But this is still gonna be the guest bath for downstairs. So that was one of the 3 secondary. We also have a primary bedroom here alongside 2 other bathrooms. But before we keep going, I apologize. This is typically where you'd come off the garage with the mudroom, and then they actually have the come here, cameraman. They actually have the laundry room downstairs. So as of right now, they have them stacked. You can configure it differently. They just have a little bit of add-ins in this particular model. Over here's a coat closet. We won't look at that though. Stairs going up, and then we have the open dining space right into the kitchen. So a lot of builders don't really do formal dinings anymore. This is kind of more of like a breakfast nook, if you will. Again, it's right off the kitchen, so it's ease of access. They also have the built-ins in this particular plan, and all the models we're going to see today are going to be gas. This is a gas neighborhood. They have a 4-burner with a nice detail work back here. This like hexagon black backsplash with the white grout. Farmhouse sink, stainless steel undermount, which is cool. Nice little fixture going on here, and then they have the garbage disposal button rather than having to find a light switch or something. Really good sized kitchen though. I mean, this island's huge. You have some seating around here. They have some nice fixtures going on everywhere. And they also even put the pulls on the cabinets, which is nice. A nice kind of stainless steel vibe going on there. Over here is going to be almost like a butler's pantry, if you will. They have some cabinets as well as a countertop here. And then this is going to be your traditional pantry, pretty good size. So a little bit about Coventry. Coventry is almost semi-custom, where you can pick your lot, pick kind of all your finishes if you're building from the ground up, and then pick the kind of different structural finishes in the property, which is nice. And then as you can see, the living room and the kitchen are pretty much wide open to each other. You have that kind of new feel for homes where it's wide open. This particular neighborhood is starting in the mid 400s for Coventry, which is nice. Again, depending on the floor plan, depending on all the finishes you pick, it can go up, right? But still pretty affordable for San Antonio. Before we get to the primary, we have a little kind of timeout area, if you will, right? This is where the kids can be in timeout, doing their homework, whatever the case may be. Or if you work from home, that could be a little kind of work at home office space. As you come this way, this is the primary with some bay windows, nice height in the ceilings. Normal doors are about 6'4", so the ceilings are probably about 11 feet or so in here, which is nice. We have these French doors as we go into the primary bathroom, and we have his and hers closet. So this would be the first closet. We also have his and hers vanities. And don't worry, if you don't like the colors or any of that stuff going on in here, again, you can build from the ground up in this particular neighborhood, which is nice. But I don't know how you wouldn't. Look at this gorgeous shower. I mean, it's a foundation inset shower, so it's not like a hard plastic tube or anything like that. This is all grouted up and everything, and that has the plexiglass here dividing it for the doors and everything. So here's gonna be that second closet here. Has a mirror in it, so you're assuming this is probably the hers closet. A bunch of shoe racks here, as well as insane amounts of hanging space. And again, storage isn't an issue in here. We have a nice little linen spot right here as well. Water closet, toilet room, throne room, whatever you want to call it. We have one of those here as well. It's really nice. It's really the cameraman sat on the bed. It was really nice that bathrooms, at least builders now make the primary bathrooms with that, because who wants to smell what's going on in the bathroom right when you're taking a shower? Okay, so that was the main level. This is a 2-story home, so we're gonna go check out the second level. And again, this is one of the awesome floor plans that Coventry makes. They build a plethora of other floor plans, which is really nice. They make a little bit of everything for everyone. So if, again, this one doesn't make sense for you, they probably have another floor plan that you might like, as long as you like the build style. So up here, right off the landing, we have a huge, I like to call them flex spaces. Some people call them, game rooms, lofts, whatever. But I like to say flex because you really can use it for whatever, right? They have it as a second living almost, alongside kind of a kid's workspace, if you will. But again, you can make it a movie room, a straight office, whatever you want to make it. Over here is going to be another secondary bedroom. And again, no problem with storage. They have another closet here. So secondary bedroom. A lot of people always ask me, Quentin, what are these? This is just attic space. So you can store stuff alongside. If anything happens in the walls, you can fix it. A little step-in walk-in closet over here. That's a decent size for a secondary bedroom. And then right next door is going to be the upstairs bathroom. So single vanity, you do have the toilet, and they have a shower tub combo. And they have a crazy, funky backsplash going on. Again, you can kind of, if you build from the ground up, you can kind of pick more or less what you want in there. Another one of those attic spaces here. And then this is going to be the final of the 3 secondary bedrooms. So another good sized bedroom. And then this one also has a decent sized closet. We don't got to look at that though, but I do want to show you this. This is that entry space. So you have that double height ceiling going on, which is really cool. Things like this you don't see too often with track builders, which is a nice touch that Coventry made. So that is going to be this Coventry model. Again, they start in the 450 range, more or less, depending on which floor plan you're looking at building. And they do have a bunch of lots and inventory homes available. So any questions on any of those homes, let me know. Let's go check out David Weekley now. Okay, so we're walking to the David Weekleys. I forgot to mention Coventry homes. This one in particular is a 50-foot wide lot. Most of these are going to be 50, 60, and then the last one being a 45. But regardless, we're going to check out David Weekley. This one's going to be a 50-foot wide lot, and it's actually a pretty nice home. So let's go check it out. All right, guys. So again, this is the 50-foot wide lots for David Weekley. And when I say that, that's the width, the frontage of the home, right? So it's 50 foot wide. So as we enter, we are welcomed with kind of a different style office space over here. David Weekley likes to keep their offices very open, and sometimes they like to have this pillar in the middle with 2 entries. It's a little different, but nonetheless, it is an office space, a flex space. If you want a formal living or something, this could work as that as well. It really is a flex space, but they always stage them as offices. Over here, we have some nice storage. So this would be a traditional coat closet right here. And then we have a half bath for guests over here. So nothing crazy, but it is always nice to have that half bath for the guest. On this side, this would be typically the garage. They have offices here, and then a nice little laundry space. And I love how they have the folding countertop right there with some cabinets for extra storage. So we're entered right here into an beautiful kind of great room, right? You have the living, dining, kitchen all in one. And David Weekley is also one of those builders that lets you build from the ground up. So if you don't like the colors in here, the style that they went with, you can always find that floor plan, build from the ground up, and put your own touches into it, which is quite nice. Nonetheless, though, something that I love that they did in here, come here, with the island, they actually did cabinet look all the way around. These actually don't like open or anything, but they look really good. And instead of it being like drywall or something, it's a nice touch that David Weekley added. But huge island here. Doesn't have a sink or anything in the middle, but it's a huge prep space. You could have like a buffet style meal here. And then they also have the, the eating on the island. This is going to be pantry space. They don't have built-in appliances, but they do have a gas stove, and then you have, instead of a range, the microwave, deep undermount sink, and then pretty nice backsplash. This is kind of like a turquoise, not turquoise, but like a dark green on the gray cabinets. Again, no traditional dining space, but there is that kind of breakfast nook eat-in area. And then we have the double height ceiling in the living room, really elevating the space alongside all these huge fixed windows, bringing in a bunch of natural light, which is quite nice. Over here is going to be the primary suite. So the primary suite is kind of tucked away in its own corner, which is awesome. Everyone loves their privacy. And this is a ginormous room. I mean, huge king bed, two end-sized tables, a bunch of other furniture in here, and it still feels open. And then, as you can see, all this natural light coming in from the three back windows. So continuing on, a pretty spacious bathroom. We have a dual vanity. Something I love that they did is they with the mirror, they actually framed it, which is cool. Over here is going to be the shower. Again, it's built into the foundation, which is nice. No tub insert or anything. And it's just long. I mean, you could have 20 people in here, it feels like. And something I love that they did is they put the actual diverter here rather than over there where you had to get wet or something when you turn the shower on. And then this is going to be the closet. So not massive by any means, but it definitely gets the job done. They even made some more space right here. And then something that we didn't highlight on the last one, but a lot of builders do is, come here real quick. This is kind of the low voltage. So you put your router here. It's kind of in one area with the Cat 6 cables typically going throughout the rest of the property. And then right here is going to be a water closet. Again, nice privacy space there. So David Weekley, similar to Coventry, they allow you to, again, build from the ground up, but they also have inventory homes. So if you're someone PCSing or something like that, they do have options for you as well. Let's go check up upstairs. So you guys have an awesome view of the downstairs from upstairs, which is nice. But right off the stairwell, we actually go to, again, that loft flex style space, which is cool. This one is more or less kind of a game room, how they're showing it. You could fit a bunch of furniture and you can actually configure it multiple ways. How they have it now is a little wonky. I personally would probably have it where couch is on that side with TV facing that way. I like to typically see where the guests are coming from. But again, nice little loft, kind of flex space up here. We have 2 additional bathrooms, 3 extra bedrooms. So this is going to be another one of those secondary bedrooms. Decent size, great for kids, great for family, whatever the case may be. It actually has a Jack and Jill. So you go from one bedroom to the other through the bathroom, dual vanities. You have a full shower and tub with the bathroom, or I'm sorry, with the toilet, and again, privacy. You get to close it. Someone can brush their teeth or wash their hands, which is nice. Another bedroom, another good size. I mean, when it comes to new builds, you don't get huge bedrooms typically. But these 3 really are all pretty good sizes. And then a little step in kind of walk-in closet thing going on. And then as we continue, again, storage is awesome in here. There's a little linen closet right here. And then this is probably the biggest of the 3 secondary bedrooms. They have it again configured for like a kid's room, 2 separate beds, a bunch of furniture. And they actually have like a weird, like little, I would almost put like a shelf in there or something for more storage, but they decided to put a chair as well as nice little closet over here. So last but not least in this particular home, or last 2 things I should say, right here is some more storage. So kind of a closet space, and then the last bathroom in this 3.5 bath configuration. So tub, shower, single vanity, all that good stuff. All right, guys, so that was David Weekley here in Davis Ranch. The next section of this video, we're gonna talk about the area, tax rate, schools, all that good stuff. So let's go jump into that right now. Okay, guys, so when we're looking at Davis Ranch in proximity to San Antonio, it's going to be, again, on that far northwest side of San Antonio, outside city limits. For the most part, city limits is going to be 1604. So this outer loop highway is 1604. It's going to be just outside of 1604 off of Shanefield. Okay, so this is going to be Davis Ranch.
Neighborhood's pretty big. It's gonna be about 1,800 or so homes, almost 2,000 homes. And again, it's right off Shanefield and Gom. So when we're thinking of tax rate, the tax rate is actually going to be a 1.83, which in the grand scheme of things, we're looking at San Antonio, it's pretty good. The lowest I've seen in San Antonio or the surrounding San Antonio area has been a 1.6. The highest has been in the 3% range. So we're quite literally on the lower end of the tax rate range for San Antonio, which is going to help obviously your monthly payment and how much you're actually paying for the property. And if you're not familiar with tax rate, that 1.8% is going to be taxed on whatever the county appraises your value at for tax purposes. So if it's at 400,000, they're going to take 1.83% of 400,000, and that's your tax bill for the year. So let's also talk about things to do in the area. Right off of Gom and 1604, you have a huge shopping plaza with a bunch of different food and shopping. So there's a buffet, Stouts Pizza, as well as a Starbucks and a couple other things right there. And then literally whichever direction you want to go, there's a bunch to do. So whether you want to go south, you can go towards like Alamo Ranch. And then in Alamo Ranch, there's literally everything you can think of shopping wise, restaurants, HEB. There's also a movie theater down here. There's going to be an ER as well as a new hospital that's coming up right here. And then again, literally anything you think of. There's a marble slab, car washes, in and outs there. Korean barbecue. I mean, there's everything over there. So you literally have almost all things down there towards Alma Ranch, which is going south on 1604. And then if you go north on 1604, you'll get here to Bandera, which again is another huge shopping area. There's a bunch of food, entertainment, gyms, all that kind of good stuff. And then as you keep going north, you'll get to the more, I like to say, bougie or affluent area of San Antonio, which is going to be La Cantera and the Rim. So over here at 10 and 1604 on the left side right here is going to be La Cantera. You have shopping anywhere from Diamonds Direct to Louis Vuitton to Nike, all the good stuff there. And then there's also going to be not a shopping but a food court, obviously since it's a mall within La Cantera. So you have some of the better food places in San Antonio. And then right across the street of 10, you have the Rim, which again is more shopping and more food. So a bunch of entertainment, shopping, things to do on that side of town. And I mean, from Davis Ranch, once you get to the highway, it's probably 10 minutes north and south. So you have all of that good stuff within a close proximity. On top of that, we also have SeaWorld San Antonio, which, if you can see, is literally a hop, skip, and a jump, maybe 15 minutes from the neighborhood. If you do want to go outside and not see specifically your amenity center, you want to go to like a water park or something, you have SeaWorld down there. And then literally probably 15 minutes in the other direction is going to be Six Flags, which is going to be over by La Cantera and the Rim. And again, water park, rides, all that kind of good stuff. So you're going to be relatively central when it comes to things to do. Obviously, you're on the far northwest side of San Antonio when it comes to geographically of San Antonio. But again, you're going to be really, really good location for a bunch of activities and entertainment. And then something else that's pretty nice, that's relatively new, is if you go south down 1604, right past Petrenko, there's a new shopping center there that we finally got a Costco. So you have Costco, Black Rifle Coffee, a bunch of other shopping here, and a bunch of other food. And then there's a cool little spot called Flicks Brewery down here. It's like a brewery and like a cinema or theater. So that's kind of a cool little place to go. That's not too far either. Other things that people ask for when it comes to location, right? They want to see how far it is to downtown, whether they work there or they want to explore the nightlife of San Antonio. You're about 35 minutes. Right now it's 7:41 as I'm filming, so not really too much traffic. You're going to be about 40 or so minutes from downtown. So it's not the closest drive, but you're also not, an hour or so away. On top of that, we're going to be from the airport another 30 or so minutes, just depending on traffic. Again, it's 7 o'clock right now, so there's not really too much traffic. but you're not too far away from the airport if you do commute a lot or if you just like to travel. A lot of people that I've sold homes to in Davis Ranch actually work in the medical center. They're nurses, doctors, things of that nature. So you're actually not too far from the medical center in San Antonio either. Uh, with this route, you're looking at about probably 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. So again, not too far from most things in San Antonio. And then alongside medical professionals, I've also sold a few homes in this neighborhood to veterans, and I shouldn't say veterans, but active duty military. Um, so you're again not too far from Lackland Air Force Base. You probably would be a little bit further from Fort Sam, obviously, and then you'd probably be way too far from Randolph. But being on this northwest side of San Antonio, you're not going to be too far from Lackland or Kellyville. Okay, so the last two items I want to leave you guys with are going to be the schools as well as the outdoors activities. So, for you guys that have kids, there are going to be three schools, elementary, middle, and high school, that are relatively close, and they're all going to be Northside Independent School District schools. NISD is number 12 for districts in the San Antonio area, and that's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of districts in the San Antonio area, and it's going to be A minus overall rating with the full report card here. And by the way, this is by niche.com. It's going to be a link is going to be in the description below if you want to check out a little bit further and go a lot more in depth on each particular school. But these schools overall are going to be pretty good. They're also going to be relatively new. Folks is probably 7 or 8 years old. Tomlinson is like 2 years old, and then Sotomayor is about 2 years old as well. So all going to be relatively new schools, really good schools. Northside is one of the biggest districts in Texas, and they have a lot of support and resources for your kids. So really good school district for this particular neighborhood. And then if you go right outside the neighborhood, take a right on Golm, you have Government Canyon, which is really nice for outdoor activities, whether it's hiking, walking, getting exercise, whatever the case may be, and having an awesome view while doing it. This is a great option, and it's literally, if you wanted to walk there, you could. It's that close. I would probably drive, but you could walk there if you wanted to. So that is going to be another really nice factor or amenity of this area. By the way, my name is Quentin Starks. I am the owner of the Starks Real Estate Group here in San Antonio, Texas. We help and get a bunch of calls from people just like yourself every day looking to make a move to the area. So if that sounds like you, if you're looking at wanting to get a deal, or if you like any of these properties in this neighborhood, give us a call. All of our contact information will be in the description below, alongside a bunch of awesome links for you guys so we can provide as much value as possible. So with that being said, let's get back into the video.
All right, guys, so this is going to be my favorite builder in this particular neighborhood. They actually have three different series. The one we're going to see is the 45-foot wide lot series. They have a 50 and a 60, but let's go check this model out here. So as we walk in, we're welcomed with an awesome 8-foot door. Nice touch that they did for this particular model. Again, it's the 45 wide lot series. So it's going to be a little bit more of a narrow feel as we go in, but it starts at a really good price point. You can start building these homes in the high 300s without upgrades, and as you start adding upgrades, it kind of builds from there. But on this side, we have 2 bedrooms between a bathroom. So let's check out this bedroom first. So decent sized bedroom. They fit a lot of furniture in here. They actually have the 8-foot doors kind of going all the way throughout the property, which is quite nice. We have some storage between the bedroom and bathroom here. So good touches there. That's normally a problem with new builds. They don't have a bunch of storage, but this one does. Single vanity with the toilet and then a tub shower combo in here. So this is going to be the other secondary bedroom. Again, decent size, good for kids, family, whatever the case may be. And then the closet is there. Something that I really like about this particular model is this is typically garage space. Right off the garage, you actually have the office space, which is nice. I typically work from home pretty often, so I go in and out of the house all the time. Having the office, or this is really a flex space, but having my office right here would be very ideal. So I can go in and out of the house. But again, this is a traditional flex space. You could have it where it's office, or if you wanted to, you can make it a full-on movie room or game room. And then over here, we actually have more storage here. They have it locked. They locked me out. But we also have a powder room. And something that I really love is they put the tile all the way up, which is quite nice. Sometimes you see like wallpaper or different things like that going on, but that's a pretty cool feature. They put the tile all the way up. And something we didn't talk about with some of the other builders is alarm systems and things of that nature. Most of the builders do have some kind of security system, whether it's in the home or you can add it to the home. So I definitely want to make sure I notated that right there. But laundry room here, they actually have like a little linen closet right here, which is nice too. And then we're opened up into the great room, if you will, right? The dining, living, and kitchen space. So as we look at the kitchen, one of my quirky little features that they have in here is over here. They have a outlet. Instead of having them only on the side, they have them actually built into the counter as well, which is nice. They have a porcelain farmhouse sink. Again, they have the 5 burner here with the frigid air microwave. And then something they did in this particular model was the clear paned cabinets, which is nice. Highland's also one of those builders, not necessarily for the 45 series, but for the 50s and 60s, you can build from the ground up. But don't worry, the 45 series, they come with awesome designs. Right here is going to be the dining space. They have a little bench area as well, which is quite unique. You don't see that too often. And then you're actually standing in the living space, which is pretty big size. Again, this is a 45-foot wide lot, so it's not the biggest footprint, but they use the space really well in this particular model. Towards the back of the home is going to be the master or the primary. So pretty good sized primary suite. They have a bay window, which allows some seating right here. A little bit elevation. I think it's a foot higher in this particular room, which is nice. And then we have a barn style door separating the primary bath and primary bedroom. So dual vanities, kind of have a makeup counter here. Nice sized tub, nice garden tub there. And then they did the same thing. They tiled all the way up here in the primary suite as well. And something that's been kind of a theme for today is these in the foundation showers. I mean, all of the builders had it, which is nice. It's a really good touch. Again, they tiled all the way up too, which is cool. Huge mirrors, nice size window there. We have a water closet on this side. More storage over here with the linen. And then not the biggest closet of the day, but still a pretty good sized closet for a primary suite. And then something we haven't looked at today is going to be the outdoor space. So we'll actually look at that one on this one. I actually really liked it because it's so close to the master. But something else Highland likes to do is they have different size covered patios. And for this one, it's actually a pretty good size covered patio. So good size space. This is a corner lot, so it's a little bit oversized compared to normal lots, but the distance or the length is going to be traditional to what most of the lots are going to be, regardless if it's a 45, 50, or 60. So they're normally about 120 feet deep, depending on the actual lot you pick. So this is, again, very traditional for what the lot sizes are going to look like. And then I don't know if you can see it, but right here is going to be the amenity center. We'll pop up a drone shot. And then in the distance, you can't really see it from here, but we're so close to the school. I mean, one of the schools is not too far as we looked at in the map view. All right, guys, so that is everything about Davis Ranch. We went over the community, the schools. We saw the amenity center, the 3 builders in the neighborhood. Please let us know in the comments below what you like, what you didn't like, and what you would like to see in the future. Also, if you do like or want some more information on any of these homes or any homes in the San Antonio or Austin area, we have a link in the comments as well as the description. Reach out to us. We'd love to be a resource, whether you're looking to move tomorrow, in a year, or 2 years. That being said, please click on the next video to see more about San Antonio, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Stay blessed.